So you don't believe in the Big Bang because it's a theory? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, there's no one that can prove the Big Bang was the creation of everything from nothing. No, can't. It's
Nobody
just,
nobody has ever believed that. Not even the people that say the Big Bang is true say that.
well, I mean, if something is true, aren't you making like, what would that be, a positive claim?
Yeah, okay. So, do you think God exists?
I can't prove or disprove it, so no, I wouldn't even say anything about it. No.
So you're agnostic. Okay. You're an agnostic atheist like I am. Okay.
Yeah, I don't claim something and say I know I can prove it's wrong and then I can't. Then the burden of proof would be on me. So if I don't have something overwhelming that can say, okay, that thing does or doesn't exist, then I just keep my mouth shut.
What would the overwhelming evidence of the Big Bang be according to you?
I don't see any evidence provided that would say some person that told me a bunch of shit happened in the universe and everything came from that is suffice. I just don't believe that.
Cool. So the question was, what evidence would convince you that the Big Bang is true?
Well, something that would be sufficient,
What would
but
count as
unfortunately,
sufficient to you?
I don't know. When somebody provides evidence, that's usually sufficient for me to believe that something actually happened.
Have you looked into any of the evidence about the Big Bang?
I mean, there's nothing conclusive.
Have you looked into any of the evidence?
I mean, there's nothing conclusive. Even if I didn't look, I know there's
Holy
not.
fucking shit, dude. Could you explain go ahead and tell me anything about the Big Bang as you understand it?
Like what I know about the Big Bang.
Yep.
I mean, there was an explosion of
No,
like
you're
stars.
literally already wrong. It's not an explosion.
So there was what, a dense point, and everything come and expanded from it.
The universe was once a denser state. Yeah.
Okay, and how does someone know that?
So you're not aware of any of the evidence that supports this?
Well, I'm asking you, how does someone definitively know that?
And I'm trying to figure out why you think this thing that you don't know anything about is false.
Well, if somebody that lives in our day and age can tell you how everything started, that's very questionable.
Nobody says that they know that.
Like, we know why life started in terms of like humans and stuff because there's scientific evidence that points to it, and we can go back and repeat that and see that it exists, right?
I mean, it's kind of sort of something like that, I guess. Okay, so do you agree or disagree that we live in an expanding universe?
I mean, I guess so. I wouldn't know too deep about that, but like I said,
Okay,
Big Bang
so if the
Theory.
universe is currently expanding, then if we run the clock backwards, if we run time backwards, then what does everything about the universe do?
Like, it retracts.
Yes. And it keeps retracting and retracting and retracting or contracting, whatever, until it gets to this point where the laws of physics sort of break down. And that initial point is, we can call it a singularity or whatever, but that's where the expansion begins from. So I'm sensing that you have no logical problem with any of this so far.
Okay, but is it a proven theory? That's what I'm asking you.
I will answer that question after you answer mine. Please, pretty please with sugar on top. It sounds like there's no logical problem with any of this, according to you.
No, actually, there is a logical problem, which is why I said you can't say it's true. I just Googled it in 2 seconds, and everything says that the Big Bang Theory is not complete.
No scientific theory is complete. We don't know how quantum mechanics and gravity work together. But are you a flat earther? Do you deny the existence of the electron?
No, actually, I
Okay,
mean,
so
they
we have an
developed.
incomplete theory that you accept, that you basically accept. So back to the Big
No,
Bang.
no.
There, you see no logical problem with, yes, we live in an expanding universe, and if we run the clock backwards, it can only, the material, whatever we see in the universe, can only do one thing, which is converge together, I guess. And it keeps doing that until everything becomes,
How are you saying something
please don't
positive is
interrupt me,
true, I guess?
until everything comes so completely collapsed together that we reach this singularity thing where our laws of physics can't describe what's going on, but we have an explanation for what happens after that point. You have no logical problem with this, right?
I do have a problem with you telling me how something works and saying I guess in between the statement. You don't know if you're guessing. And I'm sure there's people more qualified than you that have studied and spoke about this stuff and still cannot completely agree to how this actually happened. But if you're talking about gravity and other things, there's probably something objective they're using to measure that this thing exists.
You
Correct?
don't think that there were predictions made following Big Bang cosmology decades ahead of time, and the prediction for what we would find, this cosmic microwave background radiation, it was a specific temperature. The mapping of it was it's within a 10,000th of a degree of what they thought it would be. The precision for the science that's been confirmed within the Big Bang model is it's some of the most precise stuff that we have in terms of science.
Yeah, but is it a complete theory? Is it proven to
No
be
theory is ever complete.
Okay.
We don't have a quantum. We don't understand how quantum mechanics and gravity work together, for example.
Okay, but was there a theory for how gravity worked?
There were laws for gravity that just described what was happening, but we didn't have.
That's not what I asked you, though. Was there a theory for something called gravity when they were initially thinking about how it worked?
No.
Okay, but how did they figure out that gravity does exist?
We described mathematically the gravitational phenomenon and demonstrated that it's sort of universal in a sense. That's what the universal gravitational equations and laws that are developed by Isaac Newton do. But he famously said, I offer no hypothesis, or something like that, because he had no idea why it is that way. And then Albert Einstein came along, and through general relativity, we were able to explain the phenomena of gravity rather than just describe it.